Special bonus edition of the Purple Rain podcast. It's the second of our 9 special shows where we're going to be recapping the Takeover Tour. I'm so happy to put my feet in the whale today. Honestly, Vancouver, I could kiss you. In fact, come here, Finn. There you go. Don't tell Sharky that. Honestly, wow. I mean, we knew that Vancouver was selling out. We'd heard that Vancouver had been sold out, but we were not expecting that. Wow. I mean, just crazy. 19,038 fans packed Rogers Arena on a weeknight on Wednesday. Hump Day, as it's known. No, I don't think that's why it's called Hump Day, Finn. I don't think that is why it's called Hump Day. Do you reckon it is? Well, it is, you dirty bastards. I don't know if it's called that, Finn, but yeah, honestly, just impressive. Well done. Yeah, I'm just when I heard the news next day and looked back at the week, I was like, wow, amazing. So yeah, so 19,038. That's even more than a Canucks home game this season so far. I know. What have you got to say for yourself there, Finn? You've been beaten by a bunch of girls. And back, you did get treated to a really good rivalry. I mean, Toronto and Montreal, any sports league, it's always see as one of the best rivalries in sports. Just amazing work. Yeah, so on the 8th of January 2025, with the second stop of the PWHL Takeover Tour with Montreal and Toronto. The Montreal Victoire were designated the away team, while the Toronto Sceptres were designated the home team for this game, and being a 4-2 regulation win for Les Victoires de Montreal. This felt like a really special stop on the tour because obviously, you know, Vancouver, I can't believe it's been 15 years, and I can't believe it. It's been 15 years since you hosted the 2010 Winter Games, which of course was sort of my gateway into the women's sport. I was still quite young to hockey. And the 2010 Olympics was the first time that I can remember Olympic hockey. And so that for me was when I got the love of the game, and particularly the women's game, and it was just, you know, seeing those lot of young stars. Of course, one of them obviously played a huge factor in this game. Marie Philip-Poulin for Montreal, their Captain Clutches now, and she did get 2 goals in that game. I think regardless of you were with Toronto or Montreal, you were kind of hoping that she would get at least a goal, given the significance of this game. But yeah, that's crazy, like how 15 years ago, that was my first gateway to women's hockey, the Vancouver Olympics. And who would have thought back then, Finn, that we would have this league, and I would be so passionate about it, and just want to see it. I feel like I want to protect it. Yeah, it's been absolutely crazy, just crazy. So what we're going to do is, we're going to go through the recap, and we'll do some quotes, some notables, and at the end of it, I'll give you my final thoughts on the week as a whole. Is that okay? Right, so we go. So, Les Victoires de Montreal came out on top in the second game of the PWHL Takeover Tour, and also Montreal's second as well. They had a very quick turnaround, Montreal, for being Seattle to Vancouver, but again, they're not too far away. not that technically, back has trouble difference. And it was a 4-2 win for the Victoire over the Toronto Sceptres in front of a season-high 19,038 fans at a sold-out Rogers Arena in Vancouver. The Victoire opened the game with first period goals from Michaela Grant-Mentes and Claire Dalton, while Captain Marie Philip-Poulin added a second period highlight reel tally to give her team the 3-goal lead. By the way through the second period. Darryl Watts opened the scoring for the Sceptres with a power play goal less than a minute after Poulin's tally to put Toronto's deficit down to 3-1 after 2 periods. The third mark from Jesse Comfort brought the Sceptres actually back within 1 as they continue to apply pressure in an attempt to complete the comeback. However, their efforts were snuffed following an empty net goal by guess who? Marie Philip-Poulin, her second of the game, to secure a 4-2 win for Montreal. Kristen Campbell stopped 21-24 shots based in her 5th start of the season for the Sceptres and her 3rd since the 18th of December. Meanwhile, Anne-Renee Desbiens turned aside 29-31 shots, picking up her 4th win this season between the Pikes for the Victoire. Okay, we'll now move on to the quotes. So first up, we're going to hear from Toronto forward Sarah Nurse on growing the game, but making sure competition is top of mind. It's a healthy balance because I think growing the game, leaving a footprint, doing the community outreach, that's so integral to who we are and what we've been doing for our entire careers. So that's just something that's so normal for us. And then when you think of a game like this, obviously it's not a pre-season, it's not an exhibition game. These are 3 points that are very meaningful, and I think that we've done a great job of being professionals and rising to the occasion. I know today, unfortunately, we didn't win, which is tough and it's disappointing, but I was very proud of how the team stuck to the game plan, and we started executing, and that's the hardest thing about this league. It's hard to win, but I believe that by us continuing to stick together and stick with what we're focusing on, we're going to have some success. And here's what the Sceptres coach Troy Ryan had to say on Toronto's play. Thought we looked good in the offensive zone, and obviously without scoring a bunch of goals, but spread things out, got a lot of good quality chances. It's sort of a story of how a lot of our games have gone. You know, when you get down to this league, it's tough to chase the game, and we've been chasing it a lot. We need to have that start, that push back right from the opening puck drop, and I think we're going to be successful. So that's Toronto's side. We'll now move on to Montreal, and of course we had to have a quote from Marie Philip-Poulin in this game, haven't we, Ben? Yeah, so there we go. I love how you're reading along with me. Like, listen, you're staying at the like you're going from side to side, like, I'm getting powerful. Right. So let's now go to Montreal and see what they had. Let's see if we got quotes from. So first up, from Marie Philip-Poulin on the game experience. We came here for a win, and we showed it from the puck drop. It was very exciting to jump on that ice in the ball. But obviously, seeing Jen Gardner fight up, I think for us as a team, it's always exciting, and for me coming back here to Vancouver, there are special memories for sure, and this is another one tonight. To be able to play in front of a sold out crowd in this new league representing Montreal, there is no better feeling and we are happy with it. And we will now hear from BC native Jennifer Gardner on playing in her hometown. There aren't really words to describe this experience at coming to the West Coast in general, yet let alone playing in Vancouver in my hometown is so surreal. Just doing it with this team is so special. I was looking around at the crowd and to see the number of all the little girls out there that have dreamed of playing in a professional women's hockey league their whole life and will get to do it one day is so special. I am very excited for the future of women's hockey out here. Now for notables. This actually takes the bulk of the show, so you have to bear me here. Okay, so here are the notables. So the crowd of 19,038 is the highest attendance figure of the 24-25 PHL season. Now the last Takeover Tour recap show I said, you might be hearing me say that a lot, but I'm not sure if that's gonna get topped. I really don't know. I think after I heard that thing, I was like, oh my god, good luck trying to beat that. So we'll see. I don't think Quebec, which is going to be in a few weeks' time, I don't think that is going to top it, because that can only hold about 17,000, what I've heard. Edmonton in February could come close to that, but I'm not sure it's going to get beat. But yeah, that is impressive. And that actually might stand for the season unless the Big 12 got an neutral site game at the Canadians barn. I don't know, I'll have to check. Honestly, just... it's also the third largest single game crowd in the league's history. The figure is also the largest crowd for a PHL neutral site game. Yep, because the other two high marker spin are from neutral site games in Toronto and Montreal's markets, so they don't count. So you've got the biggest neutral site game crowd. You might have that honour for quite a while, my friend. Yeah, for quite a while. Marie Philip-Poulin scored 2 goals in the game, her first point at Rogers Arena since the 2010 Olympic gold medal game, where she famously scored both goals for Canada in a 2-0 win over the US. The Victoire captain now has the team's lead in terms of goals with 4 and is tied for the lead in points with 5. Michaela Grant-Mentes recorded 1 goal and 1 assist in the game for her first multi-point performance of the season and the third of her career. She now co-leads the Victoire in points with 5 on the season alongside Claire Dalton, who had 2 goals, 3 assists in that game, and scored her second goal of the season in the game. Poulin with 4 goals, 1 assist, Navarre with 3 goals, 2 assists. That's so far the league. Did I say game? Sorry, Ben. I mean, that's in terms of overall so far. See, I told you this is quite a handful bit. This is quite a handful. The Big 12 now won 6 of their first 8 games of the season, including 5 of their last 6 matchups. The only loss they had so far in this run was their first Takeover Tour game in Seattle, which was only about, I think, 3 or 4 days earlier. They were all fit, they were all down. Yeah, they are right now. They're the ones. They're going to be a tough team to beat. They really are. Alongside our Frost, of course. Yeah, had to get in there. I can't praise my person without praising myself here. I can't do it. I'm not that humble. Renata Fast recorded 2 assists for the Sceptres in the game and leads the team in terms of points with 8. She now sits second in the league in assists with 8. And is tied for second in points among defenders. Jessie Cooper had the first multi-point game of her career with 1 goal and 1 assist, with 5 points on the season. The Sceptres forward matched her regular season points total from last year, where she played in all 24 regular season games. Anna Wilgren earned her first assist of her PHL career on the Victoire's first goal. She's now tied for 4th in the PHL for most points among rookie defenders with 2. Ed Ambrose has recorded assists in back-to-back games for the Victoire. Alexandra Lebel earned her second assist and third point of the season with a helper on the Dalton goal, matching her points total from last year, where she scored 1 goal or 2 assists through the 24 regular season games with the Sirens. Darryl Watt's goal was Toronto's 5th power play goal this season. Toronto's now tied with Minnesota for the second most power play goals in the league, behind Boston and New York with 7. Toronto's Hayley Scarola led all players with 5 shots on goal, season high for the forward. Laura Stacey was first among Victoire skaters with 4 shots on goal and leads the league with 34 shots on goal. Fast led all players in ice time, logging 29.02. Kayla Barnes logged 22.35, the most among all Montreal skaters. The Victoire led the PWHL in fewest goals against with 19 through 8 games. The Sceptres have now outshot their opponents in 3 consecutive games. Montreal has opened the scoring in 4 of their first 8 games and have a record of 3-0-1-0 when hitting the score sheet first. Montreal has recorded at least 1 first period goal in each of their last 4 games, after failing to score in the first frame through the first 4 games of the Victoire's 6 of those 12 goals in their last 4 games have come in the first period. Montreal and Toronto wore specialty jerseys tonight in partnership with Molson. The jerseys featured the player's name bar at the bottom with the Molson logo placed where the regular name bar would be, often covered by some players' long hair. Jerseys will be worn in 5 upper games across Canada this season. And this is the last bit to finish off. Montreal's next game will also be part of the PWHL Takeover Tour. That'll be in Denver when they'll be on Sunday, 12th of January, when they'll be against my Minnesota Frost. That'll be Stockman 3, where Bernie will, of course, join us on that show's recap. And they're also going to play against Ottawa in Quebec City on January 19, and that'll be the 8th for Montreal. They get all their Takeover Tour games out of the way very early on, unlike the rest of the league. Toronto will play against Ottawa as part of the Takeover Tour in Edmonton on February the 16th, and that is the Sceptres' only other Takeover Tour game on the calendar. And we'll finish off with the 3 stars of the game. Do you want to guess which one of them might be, Finn? Do you want to have a guess? Do you want to have a little guess? Right. So the 3rd star was Jessie Comfort for the Sceptres, 1 goal, 1 assist. The 2nd star, Michaela Grant Mentes for the Victoire, 1 goal, 1 assist. And no surprise, the 1st star, Marie Philip-Poulin for the Victoire with 2 goals. Yeah, there you go. And that's the full recap. So we'll finish the show with just overall thoughts as a whole on Vancouver, who I think we have to say was a rousing success. I mean, what have people going to learn about this Takeover Tour game? I'm already seeing it in terms of ticket sales so far, and I will be throughout the Takeover Tour, in leading up to all the Takeover Tour games, be keeping an eye on tickets to see how well each site is selling. That is a rousing success, I have to say. I mean, I think a job well done. I think we're going to learn on this Takeover Tour which sites are working and which are not. And do you know what? I think we have to give Vancouver a team. I don't want to get you too giddy, Finn, because it might not happen. I think we need to. I mean, they sold out Rogers Arena. I mean, they sold out. So how can you look at that and go, well, Vancouver can't have a team or should not have a team? The only thing right now that's holding me back from saying yes, let's go Vancouver is logistics. Okay. Currently, there's no teams out in the West Coast, and yet 3 stops this tour are in the West Coast: Seattle, Vancouver, and the last one will be Edmonton. I think if we're going to have a Pacific Coast team in the league, I think we're going to need to have 2 or 3 at the same time. So basically do what the NHL did in the 2015-16 season, which was they created that Pacific Division, and they started out with, I think it was just with like 5 child members, and then it grew and grew and grew. So I think you might need to put 2, 3 Pacific Coast teams at the same time, and go from there. It's just been about with the Pacific Coast right now. It's about logistics. Can it work? The time zones, the travel, and the competitors. We don't need to come in and just be a number thing. We always come in. We always be competitive from the get-go, because this league is just non-stop competitive. Every Frost game is a rivalry night. There's no easy opponent, and we don't easily want them. We always be competitive as well. So yeah. So my heart wants to say give Vancouver a team, but my head is stopping me, because I'm right now just thinking, how's it going to work logistically? Plus, is there proof that Vancouver has a competitive track record, a consistent track record when it comes to women's hockey? Yeah. So I think that if you don't get get it in this first round, I would suggest we go back to Vancouver for another neutral site game, and then look at that and go, okay, there you go, that's the proof we need. Give them a team. So clearly that's what's happened with Detroit this year. They were there. They got to take up a tour game last year, and they're back to the tour game this year. So that might be how it goes with Vancouver. I mean, I'd love you to be in this further expansion, because you've proven how well you can do it. But I think if Vancouver's not one of the 2 teams in this first round, then I think the second round they'll definitely get it. But yeah, it's so tough, because we're at the very least, we're getting at least 2 new teams soon. The question is where they're going to go. But I think, yeah, I mean, just 19,000. It just makes me feel emotional. It really does. I mean, thank you. 19,000 on a weeknight thing. It was midweek. It was a Wednesday. It was on a Wednesday. 19,000 for 2 teams that are not in Vancouver. Need I say more? Need I say more on that? It just makes the heart sing. It's just crazy, and especially given how Vancouver, when it comes to women's hockey, will, for a lot of people in my generation, will mean a lot. You know, it was just an incredible moment. I kind of loved to have watched this live, but unfortunately, well, not really, unfortunately, I had a game going on at the same time when I was hosting the Boston Fleet, so I couldn't stay up and watch it alongside. Otherwise, we could have. I know. But yeah. Yeah, it's just incredible, you know. Because I think for me, Vancouver, I kind of wish my Frost was actually playing this one. Because for me, Vancouver 2010 is a huge moment for me in terms of women's hockey. That's the first year I can remember watching women's hockey, and from the get-go, I was like, I want to always make sure every Olympics I keep an eye on it. And now we have a professional women's league where I can now easily watch women's hockey week in, week out, alongside my 2008 teams. It's brilliant. Yeah, and it's like, Vancouver, I cannot thank you enough. I mean, you didn't just show out. You literally had the roof off. You know, it's just like, wow, just amazing work, guys. I can't thank you enough for that, you know. Because we are just growing this league every single day, and it's just amazing to see that. And I think the neutral site games are really helping to prove our case that there is interest for this outside of the inaugural 6. It's not just the inaugural 6 markets. Other markets are interested in this too. It's just you've got to go, right, which ones are the most keen, put it there, take them up for a day out and see what happens. And yeah. Vancouver is kind of what I want this league to be in 10 years, 15 years time, and that is sold out barns, night out. I mean, right now, attendance is okay, but that's because it's a brand new league. But in 10 years from now, 15 years from now, I kind of want what we saw at this Takeover Tour in Vancouver to be what we see on a regular basis with all the markets and have teams night in, night out. How that will work, we'll have to see. But I think it could be doable. I think it could be doable. We'll just have to see how it goes. But I just, well done you, absolutely impressive. Just impressive. I can't see praised enough, and I feel like based on that, I think Vancouver has got to put themselves in the contention. I don't know if for this first round of expansion, if Vancouver will get it. You're looking more maybe the second round, potentially at the least in terms of expansion. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, we could be proven wrong. I mean, Vancouver could get to this first round. I mean, it'll be happy days. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, but really competitive game. Great work as a whole, and just 19,000, just amazing. On a weeknight, this league got 19,000 fans for a weeknight game between the Victoire de Montreal and the Toronto Sceptres. Incredible. Just incredible. And that is just... You've set the bar high, Finn. You have set the bar high for the rest of this tour. You really have. And yet, and yet, look at it. Quebec's not rather magic. They go to about 17,000. But the others, the bar has been raised, and now you've got to try and find a way to break the ceiling. I don't know if it's impossible. When we did the first week, I said, you might hear me say a lot about how that's the highest attendance of the season, But you know what? I'm not sure it's going to get matched. I really don't. We know Quebec later in the month won't do it. Edmonton, I heard, has been sold out, so that could potentially do it, but I'm not sure what Edmonton's capacity is for certain. And then the rest, because Bull Arena's sold out quite well for our first Takeover Tour game. Detroit is doing well, and then the rest. Dear. The rest are just not doing that well for at all. Dear. But yeah, I'm literally speechless. I'm struggling for what else to say. It's just brilliant. It's just brilliant. It's just right, because I really want this to work. I really want this league to work, and that for me is the proof of it can, as long as you go to the right markets. That is the proof right there. As long as you pick the right markets, this will thrive. And I think we've got to look at Vancouver. What about Vancouver, Seattle, Vancouver, Denver? That might be the only way it works to get Vancouver in this first round. So if you go Vancouver, Denver, or Vancouver, Seattle, then that would work. I think in order for Vancouver to get it needs to be two West Coast teams at the same time, rather than what you might see an Eastern team and a Western team, or an Eastern team and a Central team, or a Central team, a Canadian team, or a Central East team and a East Canadian team. There's lots of combos being, but I think the only way for you to get in would be if it's two West Coast teams in the same expansion. The question is it going to be this first round, or will it be the second round? But I look at that and think, how can we deny giving Vancouver a team? How do we dare? Because I don't want to dare not give them a team. I think Vancouver deserves a team. It's just the logistics of it has got to work. Otherwise, well, it's not what I think about. I want to make sure that every market that gets a THL team can sustain it and be viable and work. No, we can't do the AHL has done for over 100 years, and that's just put teams in markets willy-nilly. We can't do that. We can't. Because as Qubit will tell you, it doesn't work. So you've got to think what's right, but just brilliant. And I was wondering if you were going to have a really high compared team, because Toronto has been really struggling this season, and you know, with the team of Montreal right now, who are probably one of the teams to watch right now, along with Minnesota. But then you actually got treated to a really high octane game, and if it had been for Internet, then you probably would have got to see some bonus hockey, like what Seattle did the previous night. But yeah, well done you, just well done. You did so well. You did absolutely brilliantly. And it does, though, put you to shame, because that's more than what the Canucks are getting on a regular season basis right now. Well done. Honestly, Vancouver, I can't thank you enough. And we need to do it again with you guys. Definitely need to do it again, guys. But just wow, well done. So thank you so much, Vancouver. Next stop, Denver.